everyone, Enoch Kessler here with a new video tutorial, and today I'll teach you how to make a Christmas shadow box. So for that you need a shadow box of any type, from wood, from chipboard, or what you make yourself, and you need to paint it with acrylic paint. Then just measure the different parts of the inside of the shadow box, the little compartments, and cut pattern papers to fit in all those compartments, because we need to cover the inside of those little compartments. As you can see, I'm using very festive Christmas papers. You just cut them and glue them inside all of these little compartments. Next, we are going to make some snow. For our snow, you will need sand or very, very little art stones. You will need white acrylic paint, and you would need some gesso. You can also add a little bit of glitter if you want, just to make it a little bit shiny. I didn't add this. And then you simply mix everything, and you will get the texture, get a paste with the texture of snow. Basically what we're creating is our own modeling paste. But if you have a grainy looking modeling paste, you can use that as well. So once you have all that really mixed together, we can go ahead and start adding it to our box. I'm adding the modeling paste to the front of the box, to the sides, and to the inside of all of the little shadow box compartments as well. Basically, I want the box to feel like it has a lot of snow inside, outside. Make it with a lot of texture. So just use a palette knife to add your paste to all sides of the shadow box and the different compartments. And you can go ahead and add as much paste as you want. You can see that I've added quite a bit, but this is how I want it to look. So it's basically up to you how much you want to add. I'm also adding some to the back of each of the compartments, just to make it look a little bit more real. Next, I want to just add a little bit of white to the inside of each of the compartments. And what I did, I just diluted a little bit of acrylic paint with some water. So I'll have a wash, a white wash that I'm adding. You can see that it mutes the pattern a little bit and gives it that wash that I want. So once you're done with that, we can go ahead and start embellishing our shadow box. Now for the embellishments, you can use basically any embellishments that you have in your stash that is related to Christmas, that has a Christmassy look that you want to add. I've used a lot of holiday, festive embellishments, beads, chipboard pieces, resin pieces, and all kinds of things that I have in my stash. So first I want to add this tree, and I've added touches of white on it to mimic the snow. And you can see I have lots of beads. And one thing that I've added to all the compartments, and it adds a lot of texture and a lot of that snowy feeling, is a simple bandage that you can get in any pharmacy. And I'm simply pulling it with my fingers and adding it to the inside of the compartment of that little box, and that will give me some more texture and the feel of snow piles. And I'm attaching all of my embellishments with heavy gel medium that dries clear, and that can really make all the embellishments stick very strongly to your project. It will not fall. Let's add the deer and a little a few beads. The beads add a lot of shimmer and shape and texture also to the project. I've also cut some images from pattern papers that I'm adding in the front. And also the most important thing to remember when you're making such a shadow box is to add the embellishments with a little bit of height. So in order to add height to the embellishments and create depth to each of the little compartments, simply add your embellishments with layers of foam tape or layers of chipboard that you attach to the back of each of your embellishments. This way, not all of the embellishments will be the same level, so you can create more depth. So here I'm adding a chipboard piece, some flowers, and the number 25. Again, whatever you have in your stash will work. The idea is to simply fill each of the little shadow box compartments with embellishments. Want to move that flower, and once you use the right colors and the right theme, then you get that beautiful Christmas feeling to your box. So a little birdhouse with some moss. You can get that in all craft stores, little green moss. Some more beads and a little bird. Again, I'm adding some pieces of bandage, again for extra texture and a more snowy feeling. And these are images that I've cut from the pattern paper that I'm adding inside my box. You can see the little kids there with Santa. I'm also adding some of the images that I cut to the front of the box. And you can create any size of shadow box that you want, depending on how many embellishments you have. If you have larger embellishments, that you can get a larger shadow box to fit whatever you want inside. Adding some acorns and some little branches. And for this compartment, I just want to fill it with a lot of beads, different size beads. So it will look like a lot of ornaments. Obviously the ornaments are a bit big to fit inside this shadow box. I'm using beads, mostly white and gold and silver beads, so they'll look very festive and shiny. Also adding some more bandage here. And for this one, a golden, a silvery star. And of course, another thing that makes this shadow box very festive is a lot of bling and glitter and shiny embellishments. The word joy. You can add stickers, again stickers and chipboard pieces, and whatever 3D embellishments that you have will also work here perfectly. I'm adding some images that I cut from pattern papers. I'm using graphic 45 papers, if you were wondering. Another tree inside there with a little house. So basically I've created small scenes in each of the little squares of the shadow box. A little lantern. And finally I want to fill this little glass bottle with some small beads, very small beads, and looks like snowflakes in there, and add that as well. So I want to finish the last compartment, and you can use whatever embellishments you have, whatever 3D items you have that you can insert to the compartments and make them look Christmassy and festive and wintry and fun. So I'm just adding the last details. And I really hope you like this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the little bell icon to be notified when I upload a new video, so you can follow all the tutorials and make all the projects, including this really fun project that will look great on your mantle, on your wall, on any place that you want to decorate for the holidays and for winter. So let's look at it a little bit up close to see all the details. And I want to thank everyone for joining me. Have a really Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I will see you next time.